IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shatterguard.com.au. Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes. And CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Perth Ice Arena. This is round 14 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League for 2021, and the first of our double headers tonight is an absolute beauty we have in store. We've got the Blackhawks at 3 wins, 2 losses and 3 ties, up against the Perth Sharks back after the bye this week. But they've got a pretty modest record of 1 win, 8 losses and 1 draw. But in the last 3 weeks, they have been pretty competitive. Of course, only losing by a goal or 2 on average in the last couple of games, including their last hit out against the Flyers Blue, where they did score 3 leads, but would go on and come back in the third period and only succumb to a 5-4 loss in what was a 9-goal thriller. Paul Percy with you in the commentary box, and as always, it's a great pleasure to have your company on what is another cold Friday night here in Perth, but the action is only heating up here on Front Row Screen Sport and, of course, on the Perth Premier League Facebook page. We're streaming live across Western Australia, and around the world. What is going to be a big night of ice hockey here in Western Australia. The Blackhawks, they were magnificent last week against the Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, and through some strong forechecking and pressure around the weak sides, they were able to hold the Blues to a 3-3 tie over in Coburn. And of course, as we mentioned, the Sharks, they squandered a couple of chances, and they would be defeated by the Flyers Blue 5-4. Both sides, they clashed with plenty on the line with a game that is likely to be billed as an early elimination final. Top 4, of course, going through to the finals, and one team being eliminated in what is a very exciting competition indeed. Both teams warming up now, and both sides have got an unchanged lineup from their last games. We know a couple of players are still out with injury. Nathan Lacasse was one of them, but they've also got Drew Robson in the side, Corey Chalaria, as well as Valentin Kazala, who did some tremendous damage in their 3-3 draw against the Blues. He set up a great goal, including getting one himself outside the house towards the net. But also their breakout is going to be a massive tool. Ben Williams in particular, as you see on your screen, he can play as a solid main forward and increase the tempo of his side's play at both ends of the rink. A double from him will likely win the match and extend the Hawks' strangle on 4th place on the ladder. They can even jump up to 2nd if they boost up their goal difference significantly enough. The Sharks, well, they've got to keep their defensemen in Santana and Valancourt on the ice for as long as possible. They've kept the Sharks in the game while not leaking too many goals at crucial times. The breakout as well is a big tool for the Sharks in their game. They've played it with 3 on the defensive zone in front of the goal line to step up their scoring chances. So that also is going to be crucial for the Sharks if they are to stop the Blackhawks' tempo in this game. Sharks on your screen, into their huddle, getting their last words from their coach Gillan McLean. And the Blackhawks led by Jason McMahon. It's a vital game it is for both these sides. The Blackhawks have a chance to potentially jump up to 2nd place if they can get a big win. But if they don't, they will at least get 3rd place. The Vikings do have the bye in round 14 of this 23-round competition. The Sharks, well, they can jump up to 5 points if they can get themselves a shock win. They have had a win earlier this season. They upset the Flyers Orange a few weeks ago here in Perth 4-2. Thanks to their big weapons in Yannick Lodge, Jaden Santana, and also Riley Langell too, who played a big game, did a couple of dekes on the offensive zone, but also they allowed the Sharks defenders to cycle the puck from defence into attack and kept it very close to the boards for much of this one. First face-off about to get underway. But Yannick Lodge taking on Kazala in the first of our face-offs. What is going to be a crucial round 14 clash. And it's go time. Round 14 is underway. Kazala cycles that one along the boards. Out there to Woodman. Outside the house towards the goal line. And now the Sharks can look for the breakout. Santana out to Bryce Chapman. And they'll just slow the tempo down. That's what they want to do. They want to use the breakout to great effect. Santana combining with Langell. Good pass to Williams, and now the odd man rush comes in from Jake Ruck. Does he go cross ice to the centre of the slot? Doesn't do so. Blackhawks get the defensive turnover. Now they're on the breakaway. It's a 4-on-2. Cross ice out towards the middle slot. Williams and Neal. Now back out to Kazala from defensive ice. The voice shot came in from Grover, but that one well wide of the right-hand post. Breakout comes in from Langell. Langell, I should say. Langell goes cross ice. Radcliffe Smith inside the house. Looked to go through the 5-hole. But didn't get that one off in time. And again, the Blackhawks move it quickly. They're cycling it all on the boards now. While there is a change on the fly going, they've been forced to hold back. Pelliccioni with a good save. Inside the house they go. Shade. Centre ice out there to Davidson. What can he do? Oh, Robson getting shoved there to the boards out the side. Delayed penalty being waived. But it'll be waved off by the referees as the advantage was called. Robson can get on with the job now. Sharks still have it on their offensive zone. Zoo's looking cross ice. He's out in the open in the centre of the slot. Being pressured onto the boards by the Blackhawks defenders. One of them is Chris Shade. Source a pass out towards the neutral zone. Chapman bumps him off, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving. Smart pulls himself out of the crease. Blackhawks now pressured. Can they pull this one off? They break out through Woodman. Breaks it free from McLean. Goes cross ice out to the house. Ineffective. Williams. And the odd man rush. Bypass McLean. Did he get tripped up? Referees say no. Grover hands the puck from behind the goal line. And now the Blackhawks look to move it quickly. Beautiful hoist pass back on centre ice. And now they can move it forward. Grover tried to go for the saucer inside the house. It's a 2-on-2. McLean getting involved. So is Davidson. Good forward checking by the Sharks, keeping it in front of their weight. Oh, both players colliding. Vacant to the house, Santana and Williams. Moving it quickly. They're now back on centre ice. Williams from the corner, just by the left-hand post, and the Blackhawks quickly can move it on. Robson from the defensive goal line. What can they do? Langell and Robson. Langell just misses that one. Now they're cycling it along the boards. It's been a bit hesitant, both the Sharks and the Blackhawks, with the way they're getting that puck deep into the slot. And not a lot of chances going their way, but Langell has the first over the crossbar. Robson out on the outside. They now go to left point. Lodge doesn't get all of it. And by the right-hand post this time. Sharks look to move it quickly. Langell tipping in from the outside. No. Langell rebounds. Plays it along the boards. He now goes back to centre point. Doyle and Robson. Back on the Blackhawks attacking zone. Doyle, what can he do? And it is ruled some interference. And just by the neutral dot, we'll have ourselves another face-off. Must apologise though, we've had a few problems with the PIA scoreboard. So we're not able to reveal how much minutes have been elapsed. They're working quite hard on it to figure out the problem and get it all fixed. That's Kazala and Radcliffe Smith by the dots. Radcliffe Smith pushes back. And the Blackhawks have an open opportunity. Can't get that one to go. Back on centre point goes Woodman. By the crease, a good save, Pelliccioni. It's a first real chance for the Blackhawks with vacant space inside the house. And we'll have a face-off by the outside dot in the outer circle. Again, it'll be Kazala and Radcliffe Smith. Sharks have got two defensemen behind covering the slot. Grover goes to Woodman from the centre. They have to go outside the house again. Sack opens up for Woodman. Now Grover, the skipper. Does he go for the wrist shot? He does. Pelliccioni with a good save. Cazzaro at the backhand. Tried to go through the 5-hole. Sack releases himself for the slap shot out towards the centre of the slot. Pelliccioni with two good saves. The Blackhawks still putting the Sharks under pressure. Sack sourced out by Grover. And again, Sack slowing down the tempo. Sack out to Woodman. Woodman again goes for it. Grover looking for the tip in with the backhand. Campbell and Grover. Grover goes out to Woodman at the right point. Inside the slot, Pelliccioni snatches that one out of the Blackhawks' grasp. And again, another face-off. 13.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Still 0-0 here at the Perth Ice Arena. Blackhawks versus the Sharks. We're glad you can join us on the Front Row Screens Facebook page. FRS Sport, your number one in 2021, the best in the business. Out of the dots go the Blackhawks, winning another face-off. Still waving it temporarily, but penalty being pulled off. Here's Grover from the outside, tipped in there by Scott Hillier, but not to the back of the net. Cuthbert and Minson. Cuthbert from behind the goal line and now being pushed out towards open ice on the Sharks attacking zone. Will it be an icing call? They're wanting it, but they're not going to get it. Came off a Blackhawks player. Out of defence. Cuthbert into the boards there by Lodge. And now out the back. Minson again. Bacon House, not for long. The Sharks defenseman covering it brilliantly. Being sourced out. Getting physical there was Doyle. And the Sharks through Lodge can break out of that congestion. Goes looking for Doyle. They cycle it to the boards. Langell goes cross ice, but only as far as Williams. Now they can get a good thing going here, the Blackhawks. Good movement by Williams. Will he go cross ice? He does, but it just ricocheted there off Radcliffe Smith. Williams. The two Williams boys going at it behind the goal line. It's been won out by Lodge for the Sharks, and they can break out. Good pass by Lodge. Out to Langell. Langell to the centre point. Goes to the open slot towards Ruck, but he couldn't get clean possession on that one. Radcliffe Smith from left point. Nice forward checking by the Blackhawks defender. That being Minson. Both sides changing on the fly. But the Blackhawks still have possession. They play it to the weak side. Williams under pressure. It's a nice little front check. And what can they do? They let it go, the Blackhawks. Out in the open is Doyle to Zoo. In effective possession. On the Blackhawks defensive zone, can they break out of the pressure that they're in? They can, and they get it out to Williams. That's a no avail. Williams and Davidson. Nice forecheck by Davidson with the body and with the stick. Davidson in a 2-on-1. He's the odd man out in that passage, but the Blackhawks will win it out only momentarily. Whelan. Turnover to Radcliffe Smith, and now the Sharks can move it quickly. They cycle it out. The Blackhawks on the chase in their defensive zone. Santana from the right-hand point. Looking to tip that one in was Chapman. And turned over again through Cuthbert. Cuthbert for the Blackhawks. Moves it on well. Ricochet off Bryce Chapman. Through Santana onto Zoo. From the strong side of the ice. Zoo pressured by the Blackhawks defenseman. 2-on-1. Shot by Zoo. Saved by Smart. Sharks looking to break free. They're doing absolutely everything. We're halfway through this opening period. It's gone by quite quickly. Not a lot. Sights and sounds of the Perth Premier League, thanks to CD Dodd. Round 14 here at the Perth Ice Arena. Still 0-0. Both sides failing to capitalise on their chances. Having said that, there hasn't been that many. From the corner point, Zoo. The two number 11s going at it. Zoo, rebound possession. And now they drag the puck out to corner point. Chapman being a little casual, almost loses it. And now they're having to go on the dump and chase the Sharks. And they lose it. The Blackhawks recover the puck brilliantly. Pretty much even Stevens at the moment. Hillier. Davidson and Hillier inside the house. The Blackhawks looking for that tip in. Chapman. Williams on the rush. Williams shoots towards the net. Doesn't get all of that one. Big chance for the Sharks from the breakout. The Saucer pass out towards defensive ice. And now the Sharks can get it together through Santana on the weak side to Williams. Williams cutting back to the centre of the point. Williams looking for the tip in goes McLean. Sharks having about 2 or 3 chances here. They're starting to get more of the puck in attack. They've locked it in. Doyle. Doyle goes bang. Nobody home. McLean pushes back to Doyle. Almost back-checked by a couple of Blackhawks defensemen. McLean cuts through the house. Robson playing the puck to open ice. He's looking to break free. Five minutes to go in this first period. Blackhawks and the Sharks still yet to add to the score. That was a very ambitious long open ice shot. Slap shot by Kazala. Well, he almost had a fresh airy. Grover and Robson. Oh no, it's Grover and Ruck, I should say. As they change on the fly, they go to the weaker side to Williams and Atkins. And Williams, that shot well wide of the right-hand post. The Sharks looking to get clear, but it's turned over the Blackhawks. Open ice hit. They're wanting an icing call, and they're going to get it. They'll go all the way back to the Sharks' attacking zone, just where they need it. They need a big chance with about 5 minutes to go in this opening period. Still no goals being added. This will be the Sharks' big chance out of the dots on the face-off. Williams pushes back. Langell tried to get that one to go. Didn't get all of that one. And the Sharks have got a few on the weak side now. Chapman was one of them. Also pass out towards the defensive ice for the Sharks. Coming up to meet it is Santana. Are they going to wave an icing call? No, they will not. Langell, the dump and chase now. Well played. Ruck on the offensive zone. What can he do? He's back-checked a little by McMahon. And Woodman it is, I should say. And he gets a nice clean hit to go on with it. Robson shoots, doesn't get all of that one to go. Langell and Robson and Lodge combining. They're looking to get the best play out of it. Lodge can't get that one to go. Chapman. Chapman shoots from the left-hand point. Flicked it off the pads of Smart. He's had a couple of good ones out there, and now they're forced back. Now the Sharks, that forward press of the Blackhawks starting to work in these last few minutes, but they go out wide. Langell. And another interference. I don't mean a penalty call. Will that result in the player getting some time in the box? Yes, it will. So it'll be a penalty to Corey Chalaru for that illegal interference. So it'll be a standard 2-minute penalty. So we'll bring up the Shutterguard power play with immediate effect. Williams again out of the dots. Gives the Sharks a chance. Out to centre point. Langell to Santana. Santana almost losing control. Langell. Langell goes cross ice. Lodge. Through the top of the net. But it was on the wrong side. 2 minutes to go in this opening period. Long shot from Santana from right-hand point. They've had about 6 shots on target in the last few minutes. They've been able to lock it inside that offensive zone quite brilliantly, but no rewards coming out of it. Langell, ricocheted there off a Blackhawks defender. Now it's an open ice pass to release the pressure. Pelliccioni coming up to meet that one, pulls out of the crease and allows Santana to assess the setup from behind the goal line. Santana on the breakout, under pressure from Grover. Now goes to Doyle on the weak side, and now the Sharks have got a few numbers pushing forward. Out there to Ruck, he shoots. Smart in front. Inside the last minute of this power play. Sharks looking for that short-handed goal. It's Langell. Langell through the 5-hole and gets the first one on the board. Late in this first period, they had to fight hard with all the chances that they got inside the offensive zone. And Ryan Langell strikes first for the Perth Sharks, and they lead at 1-0 close to the end of the first. That's a vital power play goal as we go to the CD Dodd replay. Started to open it up outside the house. Langell went through the 5-hole, tipping that one in inside the slot. And the first one on the board for the Sharks nearing the end of the first period. And they'll be very happy with what they've started with thus far. Inside the last 30 seconds. This opening period here. Blackhawks pushing forward. Direct from the centre. Williams. Hillier from behind the goal line. Hillier pushed back to right-hand point. Inside the house, the Sharks defenseman covering it well. Robson. Laying it out wide. The Sharks cycling it from the boards. But the Blackhawks can recover it. And there's the buzz up. Well, a very eventful first period, especially in the last 5 minutes where the Sharks had plenty of chances and they capitalised on one of them inside the last minute with Riley Langell getting on the board. And that leaves the Sharks with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with all the second period action here at the Perth Ice Arena. Can the Blackhawks recover?
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena, round 14 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. The Sharks leading 1-0 in the first of our round 14 matches. Riley Langell capitalising on a big opportunity inside the offensive zone, tipping in a late one through the 5-hole to give them a lead over the Blackhawks, who are needing a win to get back into the top 3. And they are really showing their intensity inside that offensive zone as we go to the CD Dodd replay and go to some highlights, the CD Dodd highlights in this game. So far, this opening period, the Blackhawks had plenty of the attack in the opening minutes, but it was where the Sharks really started to get things going, the breakout proving a big tool from defence into attack. And in the last 5 minutes where they had about 6 or 7 chances inside the house to get that first goal, which was pretty hard to come by early on in the first period. Players like Lelick, Doyle and Robson getting value time to move the puck and go on the dump and chase. And there, Riley Langell getting the first one on the board. He's been reliable in attack. And now we'll get things going for the second period, the second 20-minute interval. Going to be a vital 20 minutes coming up for both sides. And we are underway. And straight away, the saucer comes in from Grover out towards the goal crease. And the first immediate entry could be a sign that the Blackhawks could be on the fight back. Back in the offensive zone. Lodge pushes that one to the boards. And it results in a turnover. The Sharks are on, but not for long. Turned over Grover. He pushes back to Woodman. Had to go on the chase. Saucer out towards the crease. Smart, lucky not to tip that one in. And that is inside the crease. We'll have a face-off well into this second period. Another face-off on the inner circle. Or the outer circle, rather. They've just been told to push back. Out of the dots, the Sharks, winning the face-off. They closed in on a few of those late in the period. And now Yannick Lodge looking to combine with Jake Ruck. They go cross-ice to the inside of the house, and now on the weak side, the Blackhawks with the saucer out towards the opposite board. Woodman back on centre ice. He's got the puck in front. Woodman being pressured there by Yannick Lodge. Campbell and Grover. Woodman. Oh, it hit Sack's head. Hit him right on the helmet. That almost allowed the Sharks to capitalise on the turnover. As they're changing on the fly, the puck is now in possession of the Blackhawks, but ball checked by Zoo and over the Sharks bench. They'll have another stoppage into the first few minutes of this second period. 1-0. Sharks have themselves a pretty good lead. 1-0 after that goal by Riley Langell, but the way they've been using the puck from defence into attack, seems as their chances should see them leading by a couple more goals than first thought. Zoo, back check by Chalaru. Blackhawks on the strong side of the rink now, pushes forward. Only as far as a couple of Sharks plays, namely their Williams and Zoo. That's good play. Sees Ratcliffe Smith go back to Doyle. Doyle! Side check and stopped in his tracks by Williams. The Blackhawks momentarily recover the puck. On the strong side of the ice and off the boards go the Sharks through Chapman. Going back out to Doyle. Looking to move it along the wings. But well played there by Grover, the captain. Grover goes out wide, blocked by Robson. Good block by him. That allowed Doyle to rebound from the defensive crease. The Blackhawks again, where they're pushing back. They're the odd man out in their defensive zone, and they can get the easy turnover. One of them's Hillier. Hillier's shot ricocheted there off Ratcliffe Smith. On the rebound goes Davison, forward to Shade, but only as far as Doyle again. Doyle's had a few of those defensive rebounds. Out on the open ice, covered by Chalaru. On the inner circle. That pass almost turned over. Williams under pressure there. Doyle in support. Goes Robson on the outer wing. Lovely pass out to open ice. In front is McLean. They're going to go into the house, but as they go in there, the Blackhawks immediately block the doorway. Whelan through Davidson, and now they go back to Woodman. Woodman trying to go through centre ice, and that's where Davidson was. The Sharks have 3 or more targets. From behind the goal line, Davidson. Nice little stick checking by Davidson. That's on Chapman, but Doyle again, he's been everywhere. Woodman sources that one back onto the offensive zone, but only momentarily. The Sharks take back possession. McLean on the odd man rush, shoots. Fine save in the end, Smart. Woodman rebounds by the neutral zone. He breaks free. Good control by Woodman. Will he go cross ice to Davidson? No, he doesn't. He's forced behind the goal line. Brilliant defending on the strong side by the Sharks. Davidson inside to Williams. Another chance gone begging for the Blackhawks. They've had the first 2 or 3 in this second period thus far. You're joining us live on the Front Row Screens Facebook page. About a quarter of the way through the second period. 0-0. Grover shoots, and it was a high one. But just over the crossbar. Davidson inside the house, doesn't get it. Sack, pressured McLean, barges his way in, but Chalaru inflicts another turnover. Back and forth it goes on the Blackhawks offensive zone. Chalaru out to Kazala, long wrist shot out towards the crease, but it was going nowhere other than Pelliccioni's gloves. Still 1-0. It's been a tight tussle thus far. A real arm wrestle game, apart from that Riley Langell goal that saw the Sharks in front late in the first period. You're joining us live here at the Perth Ice Arena. Round 14 clash, it's a big one. Blackhawks and the Sharks. A real tight tussle here. Good atmosphere here at the PIA too. Crowd still filing in here. Don't forget, coming up later at about 9 o'clock, we got the top of the table clash. The Flyers orange and the Flyers blue. What a clash that's going to be. Langell from the inside. And a good save on the legs by Charlie Smart. The stick of Chalaru nearly used as a yard sale item there with the way that was knocked off the opposition by the opposition players. We go to the CD Dodd replay. On the weak side, Langell was the odd man out in that passage. Checked Chalaru's stick right out of his hands. Luckily not to get caught up by the referee. Saucer from Grover out to Campbell. It's turned over. The Sharks again maintain control, but it's on their defensive zone. Doyle, what can they do? It's turned over. Kazala through the hole and scores. He set up the level up late in the game last week against the Flyers blue. And Valentin Kazala, he's been relied upon to rescue the Blackhawks out of a trough and got that one to go deep inside the slot as we go to the CD Dodd replay. Outside the house, Kazala, wet bang. He was the only player inside the mid-slot and was vacant. Made the most of the space. Lovely wrist shot to the net. And a nice little celly with his teammates there. And that levels it up for the Blackhawks. 1-1. Just about halfway through the second period. And what is a vital game for both sides here at the Perth Ice Arena. Hoisted out towards the offensive goal line. That was by Yannick Lodge, but that one off the net. We'll have a face-off. Out of the dots, the Sharks win the face-off. Doyle barges his way in, second chance. Saved inside the crease again, Charlie Smart. Smart getting some encouragement from his teammates. Well deserved, a good save under pressure, considering how many defensemen were providing coverage on the slot. Kazala pushes back from behind the goal line. Zoo with the turnover. He's inside the house and looking to shoot from the low slot. Doesn't get that one to go. Grover out to Campbell. It's on the weak side. Chalaru and Sack combining. They go back to Sack from the outer circle. Williams almost caught offside was Grover. He looked to change on the fly. And now the Sharks retain possession. Open ice. Pass towards the goal line. Woodman and Zoo in a one-on-one. What can Woodman do? Goes with the backhand. Only as far as Williams and Lodge for the Sharks. Off the post. Shot by Lodge came in. It was a ferocious one, but it was off the right-hand post. Woodman breaks out. Looking for Hillier. Weir and Cuthbert were the two prime Blackhawks targets. The Sharks recover again. McLean. Back on centre ice they go, and Woodman has it by the neutral zone. The pass out to open ice on the offensive zone. What can the Sharks do this time once they have possession? They take it on the weak side. Lodge, hoist pass only as far as Woodman. And again, the Blackhawks, when they have possession, they transfer it out to the outer wing to try and find open space. But again, the Sharks had more. They forced a turnover. McLean goes bang, but nobody home. Rebound off the boards. Back out to Lodge. Lodge back in the house. Shot hoisted onto the net above. Again, another face-off. been quite an arm wrestle here. Bit of a delay in the game. Both teams changing on the fly. Sharks had the first goal of the game. Riley Langell with a penalty goal. With just about 30 seconds to go. And then Valentin Gonzala early on in the second period, levelling it up through the 5-hole. Open ice pass, 1-on-1. Whelan and Doyle. Doyle's been everywhere in this matchup thus far. Straight through to centre ice, McLean. Nicks it off, Doyle. And Williams now. Williams inside the house, McLean. Tries to tip that one in. Woodman lucky not to concede an own goal. Little forward checking going on. Radcliffe Smith loses possession momentarily. Doyle playing support role from behind the goal line. The Blackhawks off the boards they go. The dump and chase. 9 minutes left in this second period. Still anybody's game on the CD Dodd scoreboard. 1 goal apiece between the Blackhawks and the Sharks. Woodman almost back-checked. Keeps his balance and possession of the puck. Sharks have it again. Williams in the tip. And gets that one to go. What a fine goal too. Rock Williams takes back the lead for the Sharks. He had to break out of centre ice when he received the offensive turnover. And he tipped it in with a backhand inside the house. Great play by Williams. And the Sharks take back the lead. And that's his first goal in a while. And the Sharks put themselves back into a good position in this game with under 9 minutes left. Again, Gonzala and Lodge. Out of the dots in this face-off. Chapman wins out. And a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Lodge and Woodman and Ruck. Open ice. The cherry picker there was Williams. Looking for the easy breakout pass inside the offensive zone. They want to do everything they can, the Blackhawks, to level things up. What they want even more is a win. There's still a yard sale item there on centre ice. One of the sticks lost by one of the players. And no one's come up to retrieve it yet. How bizarre. Nonetheless, Chapman behind the defensive goal line. Saving the Sharks bacon in that passage. They got to watch out for the stick. They nearly had a couple of players trip themselves up. And there'll be a stoppage. And I think there was some illegal hooking there. So it'll be a bit of a delay. And as we have 7 minutes to go, both sides will make a few changes on the fly before this face-off. We've got Radcliffe Smith and another Blackhawks player coming in. That's Davidson. Radcliffe Smith wins out. Dispossessed by Hillier. Hillier goes for the wrist shot, but that one missing everything. Chapman doing everything he can. Chapman goes out there. Langell, he shoots, and he was looking for a double. That one didn't go. Off the top of the boards now. The Sharks rebound. Off the pads are Smart. That shot came in from long range. Chapman it was. Hillier looking for the breakaway. He's bypassed Davidson. But Langell, he couldn't stop him. The puck forced back. Chapman on the weaker side. But now they transfer play back to central centre ice. The Sharks doing everything they can, but there was a bit of a delayed penalty call. And it's going to be by the neutral line where the face-off will take place. No penalty being applied so far in this second period. One of the players just getting back. I think that was Gonzala, who lost his stick earlier. Lodge looking for the shot outside the slot. Doesn't get that one to go. Zoo on the rebound. Losing that one to Neal. Neal's been a bit quiet thus far, but now he's starting to come into the game just as he would want to. Zoo and Williams bypassing the goal crease. Williams, he's on the break. Goes out there to Neal. Neal doesn't get all of the shot in time. Robson from behind the goal line. Goes out there to Chapman and Radcliffe Smith. It's a saucer by the bench and it goes over onto the Blackhawks bench. We'll have a delay. And another face-off by the neutral zone. Here in the last 3 minutes of this second period. 2-1 the scoreline. The Sharks have added another goal to add to that first period tip-in by Langell. Now the Sharks, another offensive turnover. Cross ice, only as far as Davidson. Has a good defensive block, but not for long, and now it goes out wide from behind the goal line. Woodman. Nice little 180. Transfers play to the weaker side of the rink, and again back to the strong side. In fact, it's 4 minutes, I should say. We still have got no scoreboard above the commentary box. Had a few problems with it all throughout the night. Hopefully they'll get it fixed soon. Woodman. Long pass back onto the offensive zone, but it's turned over. Doyle, he's been everywhere. Doyle releasing his teammate there in Chapman, but that one goes into the open ice territory of the defensive goal line for the Blackhawks. Chalaru out to Woodman. Open ice out towards the Sharks' defensive zone. It'll be an icing call. This will be a good opportunity for the Sharks to further strengthen the advantage that they've got at present. Coming up later on, we have got the top of the table clash, and it is an absolute beauty. Flies blue and flies orange. Top two spot. 3 minutes to go in this second period. Outside the dots, McLean. Looking to clean house in there, no pun intended. Cross ice. Intended for Williams. On the right-hand point. Radcliffe Smith looking for the tip-in, doesn't get it. Kazala by the goal crease. Rebounds, transfers the play. Davidson. Turned over McLean. Now Chalaru for the Blackhawks. Sees the opportunity, but he's pressured by Williams and McLean. McLean, nice body check. The Blackhawks do have a helping hand. And that was Davidson, and now cycling it along the boards now. It's Kazala. He shoots. Oh, ricochet there off Santana. Santana, Radcliffe Smith, and Kazala. It finds Cuthbert. Off the boards it goes. Minson, tipped in. It's out the back of the crease. And Radcliffe Smith comes to the rescue for the Sharks. Into the boards hard there by a couple of Blackhawks defenders. Sack. On defensive ice, long pass, Kazala. Kazala shoots, goes for it again. And on the second attempt, down low, deflected off Pelliccioni's gloves. But in Hillier. Try and maintain possession, but it's lost to Lodge. Lodge. Sack, good defending. Blackhawks looking to get a move on quite quickly. They play it to the wings. It's turned over again, Lodge. From behind the goal line, he pushes out wide Chapman, nearly losing the puck immediately. And now they get things going. Blind pass. Out there to Sack. And it's going to be a delayed call. In fact, it's going to be an icing call, as it did pass two lines. 1 minute to go in this second period. 2-1 is the score. Been a fascinating contest thus far. Long shot came in there. Robson. 2-on-1. The two number 16s going at it. Grover with almost an illegal kick shot there. Langell goes back. Ruck goes bang. Slap shot inside the slot. And it's tipped it again. Yannick Lodge with the second chance. Deep in the slot and through the 5-hole. 2 goals have come through that area for the Sharks, and now it's 3-1 the score. inside the dying minutes of this second period as we go to the CD Dodd replay. Ruck from long range, slap shot inside deep in the slot, and through the 5-hole goes Yannick Lodge. Gets it to go to the back of the net, make that 3 goals for the Sharks. In fact, it is the end of the second period. 2 goals came in that fashion. In the first 2 periods, they added in 2. The Blackhawks, they added 1. But it is still the Perth Sharks with a very strong 3-1 advantage, on the verge of a second upset win of the season. Don't go away. We'll be back with all the final period action here at the Perth Ice Arena after this, where it's the Sharks leading 3-1.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
The Sharks on the way to a second upset win of the season. They scored 2 in the second period and holding the Blackhawks to just 1 in the second when Valentin Kazala leveled things up early. But it is still the Sharks, the young Sharks, on the way to what could be another good win. They're leading 3-1 with goals to Lodge, Langell and Williams. No doubt Gillon McLean will be a very happy man at the moment, but knowing that there is still another 15 minutes of work still to go, the Sharks wouldn't want to give up their momentum that easily. But the Blackhawks, well, safe to say they've been a bit flat with their use of the puck. They've often turned it over to easy cherry pickers inside that defensive zone, and have been quite hesitant with how they're moving it. They're often transferring it to the weaker sides as soon as the Sharks converge on the wings of the weak side of the rink, where they are waiting to capitalise on the turnover opportunities and make them count. No doubt the Blackhawks would want to start off this third period on a positive note. Remember, 15 minutes plus stoppage time in this one. And we get things back underway again. Even Stevens, they can't get it out of the dot, but the Blackhawks do. Santana, stick check there. It's out wide. Chapman, almost a blind pass, but Langell. Good play by Langell. Goes out, it's outside the house. Smart. Lodge, inside the hole. And that is a beautiful save. Charlie Smart. It's the first of those big saves that he's been wanting to get in this matchup. He's had a bit of a rough night. Almost had the bottle rocket on top of the net there. Blackhawks again winning another face-off, but they lose possession right away. Kazala and Langell on the outer wing. Ruck plays it to the board. Santana. And to his left, Smart. Nice glove save. And get coming up a bit later on. The clash at the top 2. Maybe a rehearsal for the grand final series. Flyers blue and the Flyers orange here at the Perth Ice Arena. Make sure you stay with us on front row screens and, of course, the Perth Premier League Facebook page, which, by the way, is nearing 500 likes. Incredible. Just that short span of time. So we thank all the people that have liked our Facebook page. Keep them coming. And we have our round highlights. It's got our league ladder, as well as the upcoming matches. Davidson, oh, did he trip up Doyle? Referees say no. Blackhawks move it to the weak side, and now they open things up. Little physical action going on there, but that's what you want. Kazala and Chapman. Kazala almost head first there onto the boards. Davidson Knocking off Chapman, but the Blackhawks have two out in the open. Longest shot from Sack. That one doesn't go. Davidson and Robson. Well played by Robson. Nice little deck. Davidson pushing back onto the defensive zone, and now they're past the neutral line. Now onto open ice where the goal line is situated. Doyle going with the 3-on-1. Radcliffe Smith goes cross ice back onto the outer side. But the Blackhawks again turning that one over when the Sharks are looking to open up some space on the weak side. And now Hillier. Hillier, nice backhand. Out there to Cuthbert. Cuthbert with too casual there, losing possession of the puck. Williams out to McLean. 1-on-1 with Woodman. But Woodman wins that one out. Good defense by Woodman. Off the boards, Chapman. Rebounds off the boards, allows McLean to take possession, but Woodman comes in. Turns that one over. The saucer comes. But Williams intercepts that one. And now the Blackhawks will look to slow things down. The pass came onto the boards, but the referee got in the way there. Chapman for the Sharks recovers that one. Santana kept it in front. Almost bumped to the boards. Williams. Good pass, and on the breakout is Lodge. Forced back. Good forward press by the Blackhawks. Lodge goes through 1, 2, shoots! Smart stops him in his tracks. Good save off the chest. Great atmosphere here at the Perth Ice Arena. They're turning it on this Friday night. A big round of Perth Premier League action. I'm glad you can join us on front row screens and on the PPL Facebook page as well, where this stream is available. Blackhawks looking to do everything they can to peg the momentum back. It's been with the Sharks all throughout the night. Off the shoes of Santana, almost an own goal. Langell, open ice pass, didn't get all of that one, however. Sack came in for the rebound. It goes back to Langell. Line pass, you don't want to concede those when he's around. Clever backhand. Lodge looking for the double. Off the chest of Smart from behind the goal line. They rebound. Blackhawks defenseman covering it up. Kazala and Langell getting in the thick of things. Almost an illegal back check there by Kazala. Inside the crease. Smart down low. Good save. Both sides making several changes on the fly, getting the fresh legs in, and that's what the Sharks have done brilliantly. They've kept the freshest players on, and they've made the biggest impact. I have to say, Doyle has been fantastic, so has Lelek and Langell. And also, I'll give a bit of an unsung hero mention to Jake Ruck. He set up a couple of key entries inside that offensive zone into the first few minutes of this last period. Remember, 15 minutes and stoppage time added on. Radcliffe Smith pushes forward, only as far as Grover. Grover and Sack out onto open ice. And don't be surprised if this one's an icing call. No, it's been waved off. Grover, good body check, Robson. He got hit pretty hard there. Down on the inside of the crease goes Pelliccioni. Almost tipped in by Williams. Through the hole and into the net, but not to be. And now on the inside dot, Grover losing the helmet. And there's a bit of a delay just to allow him to put it back on. And also the knee pad too, and the gloves. So he can get back into action. Radcliffe Smith and Williams on the dot. Being one out by Williams, Doyle, and it goes over the glass. And just by the lockers. Everyone's keeping themselves safe there. Very safe facility here at the Perth Ice Arena. And it's another big weekend on FRS Sport. We'll tell you more about it later on tonight. You're number one in 2021. Great service in streaming WA Sport, but also some of the best LED screens in the business. Robson comes up to meet it from the defensive zone. Cycles that one along the boards, but goes only as far as Woodman. He's chased hard there by Chapman. Well played by Woodman. Great control. He's got some support. Almost going over the Sharks and Blackhawks bench, rather. Grover had a fresh area. That allowed McLean to come in for the turnover. Good stick checking there, Davidson. And allows Grover to take the puck in front. Now it's in the open area. Doyle in defence. Good game he's having in the defensive zone. Woodman on the weak side. Along the boards, Davidson. Lovely cross-ice pass. Shade. Pelliccioni. Oh, he went down low. Almost collected there by the knees of Kazala. Kazala, blind pass, turned over Williams. Oh, he played it a little too hesitantly. And lucky not to go any further inside the slot with the Blackhawks, and that's from the Sharks' point of view. Opening the play. That's a Cuthbert, but it was offside. Offside call made, a fair call at that, and that'll go back to the neutral zone. And we'll have another face-off. 3-1 the score. Almost halfway through this last period. The Blackhawks, they need a goal on the board if they want to stay alive. And it may come through Kazala, who's inside the house. But the Sharks say no entry. The cherry picker comes in. That's Ruck. Inside, he shoots. And almost by Palmer, Langell with the second chance inside the slot and gets the double and possibly seals the victory for the Sharks. Ruck was right there for the pickings. The shot deflected off the pads of Charlie Smart as we go to the CD Dodd replay. Ruck shot deflected off the pads, but well played by Ruck to sucker Palmer in onto the outer side. Langell vacant inside the slot and gets that one to go to the back of the net. 4-1 the score. This has been easily one of the best performances from the Sharks. I compare that to their win over the Flyers Orange just a few weeks ago. They are playing like a side that want to make a last-ditch threat for the Final Four. Face-off won by the Sharks. The momentum is with them. 100% after that goal. The Blackhawks, they desperately needed a leveller to peg the momentum back, but the goal was with the Sharks. Riley Langell capitalising on a fast break entry by Jake Ruck, who was the cherry picker inside the zone. And off the rebound save, Riley Langell came in and said, "Thank you, mother, for the Rabbits," and signed, sealed and delivered for the Sharks. Another face-off being won by the Sharks. They're starting to really put on the afterburners. Langell, oh, deflected there off Woodman. Luckily not to be an own goal. Woodman, Langell looking for the forecheck. Woodman with a nice deke. Couldn't get the second one to go. Woodman should have pushed back because he had two forwardmen. Inside, Williams in the house. Did Santana trip him up? Yes, a delayed penalty called. Referee was in the spot. And it's going to go against the Sharks there. You can see up with the stick. And that is going to be against Jake Ruck. And that'll be another Shutterguard power play. It'll be only the second of the night. Thanks Shutterguard for their support of the power play in this 2021 CD Dodd PPL. Kazala pushes forward. Robson. He's pinned to the boards. Radcliffe Smith comes in. And it's going to be another delayed penalty call. And it looked like a hooking, yes. And that's against one of the Blackhawks players, yes. And it is Kazala. So it'll be a 4-on-4 situation. And it'll go all the way back to the offensive zone for the Sharks. Can they add another? They've got a 4-1 advantage with about a handful of minutes to go. The clean loses out there to Chalaru, but Williams from centre point doesn't get that one. Woodman from behind the goal line, he pushes to the side. Grover and Woodman exchanging. And now Woodman, he breaks out. From centre point, goes outside the house. He's going to look to set this one up from the weak side. The Sharks defenseman brilliantly to cover the slot. You don't want to leave a gap when Woodman's around. He shoots, but doesn't get it to go. Sack. Well, through the legs there of Williams. Trying to be a bit clever there, but Williams forcing the block and the turnover. Subsequently, he goes to open ice with the open ice pass. It's going to be an icing call. All the way back to the Blackhawks attacking zone where at best they'd be looking for a consolation goal. With this 4-1 advantage that they have on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Be McLean and Sack. Out of the dot goes McLean. And Sack, Woodman. Drover! Slap shot goes high. Pelliccioni. Nice save over his head. Be another stoppage. And a face-off on the outer circle. No, it's going to be on the inner circle. Just being told to go back onto that circle rather than the one closest to the commentary box. Sack wins it out. Now Woodman, 2-on-1. Looking for the cherry picker is Langell. But he's 1-on-1 with Woodman and nice and call. Some of the Sharks players not too happy with that one. But the Blackhawks will have it right where they want it. They're wanting this goal to stem the advantage just slightly. That the Sharks have got. Sack. Now to Woodman again. Grover. Sack outside the house. Turned over by Chapman. Almost colliding there with Sack. Pushes to the forefront to Woodman. Now Sack again. He's the odd man out in the rush. Back to the attacking zone. But now he's got some targets. Backhander Grover, but was a blind pass. Cut off by Chapman, who now releases Langell. Ainsley's got Ruck going for the saucer towards the crease. Lodge wanting the penalty. Why were they stopping? That's an interesting one. It was an illegal high stick. And that's why Langell stopped the play. In order to get possibly another penalty. 2 penalties in this power play almost being killed off. No goals have been scored throughout this power play thus far. Blackhawks again out of the dot. They push back on the defensive goal line. What can they do? Goes to the weaker side. And now the Sharks again converging on that outer wing. Looking for that turnover, but look at the movement there by Woodman. Looking to press down on the crease. Good pressure by the Sharks in turning that one over. Pelliccioni went down. Langell. Is he going to push back to Ruck? A couple of Blackhawks defensemen leaving some gaps open in the slot. Robson. Off the boards. Little stick checking there from Cuthbert. On the dump and chase go the Blackhawks. Gillia. But losing that one immediately, Robson. Langell. Goes through 1. Digs through 2. That's a good dig. Out to Lodge. Doesn't get that one to go. Ricocheted off the pads of Smart. Williams, and there was illegal interference. That's another hooking. Another hooking call being made. And this time it's against the Sharks. It's going to be Yannick Lodge. That'll sit out the penalty. So it'll be another shutter guard power play. As soon as the previous one was killed off, another one has to come in. So the Blackhawks will be in a 5-on-4 situation. And this time with no players from the opposition team sharing the same penalty. Sack with the extra man on the ice. Woodman on centre point. Blind pass, cut off Radcliffe Smith. Out for the pickings there is Zoo. It's going to be in reach for Smart, who's exposed the net. Radcliffe Smith shoots as soon as he gets it. He noted pretty well when the crease was open and exposed. Blackhawks breaking away. Woodman off the pads of Pelliccioni. Over in Campbell. Campbell has it. Goes back to the right-hand point. Sack, he shoots. Pelliccioni almost losing it. Campbell looking to tip it in with the backhand, but doesn't get that one to go. Campbell, what can he do? From behind the goal line. Kazala and Santana. Kazala gets some support there from Grover. Kazala from the attacking goal line. Pushes out to the right-hand point. Almost losing possession. It bobbled out back towards the defensive zone. Sack. Sack outside the slot. He shoots. Easily saved Pelliccioni. Chapman. An open ice pass towards the defensive zone. Charlie Smart outside the crease. Wanting to play the open ice tactic as much as they can, the Sharks, to kill off this penalty, which is still in effect. Cuthbert tipped in there in the centre of the slot. Grover, the captain, executes a good chance from the Blackhawks. And that gives them a little bit of a steadier, although it might be too late. 4-2, the Sharks now lead, but that was a very good setup by the Blackhawks. As we go to the CD Dodd replay. Playing that one out wide. Woodman went behind the goal line until the Blackhawks were able to find some space deep in the slot. Grover, right for the pickings, tipping that one in through the hole and into the net for the Blackhawks' second goal. 4-2, the scoreline on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Just in the final few minutes of this match. It's been a great performance by the Sharks, and a whistle's been called. And telling Lodge where to go. Matthew Whelan, who's had a quiet night for the Blackhawks, hasn't got a lot of the puck. The two number sixes go at it. Out of the dot there, Lodge. Sharks look to push forward. Woodman from outside centre point, nobody home. A little pushing and shoving inside the crease, but the Blackhawks win it only momentarily. Langell looking to play that one off the boards. Robson got a bit casual. Williams intended to go to Whelan, went cross ice. Out the back there, Chalaru playing casually, loses it to Ruck. He's got Langell in vacant space inside the slot, but Ruck didn't go to him. On the outer side, Blackhawks doing everything they can. They need 2 more goals, but they need it in quick time. Robson. Now to Doyle. Doyle on the stronger side of the ice. Now Smart just flicking that one forward from the crease. Blackhawks have got possession and they open it up. Well played. The change on the fly worked. 1-on-1. Line pass. Doyle was the intended target. In space. Hillier with the backhand. Just out of the reach. Sack. Goes bang. Good save under pressure. Pelliccioni inside the crease and getting the left glove up in the air. Clutching that one in. On the CD Dodd scoreboard, 4-2. Sharks have a very good lead. This is the scoreline that saw them take their first win of the season against contenders, the Flyers Orange. Could it be the same scoreline? Hillier, inside goes Hillier. Doesn't get that one to go. Cuthbert backhand intended for Hillier. But the defenseman for the Sharks cut it off. Radcliffe Smith there and Chapman. Turned over. Kazala. He goes bang, but good save off the gloves, Pelliccioni. The Blackhawks again. Rebound. Cross ice. Goes Cuthbert out to Sack. Goes bang. Kazala. He went mid-air. And I think that might have been illegal, according to the referees. And it's going to go back to the neutral zone here. In fact, it's going to go back to the offensive zone for the Sharks. It wasn't an icing call. It was against Kazala, who went with the high stick, the illegal high stick. So it'll go into the inner circle of the attacking zone for the Sharks. Lodge gets it to the outer side, but only as far as Sack. Good takeaway, and now on the break, but cut off in the end by Lodge. Plays it to the outer side. Davidson now manning the puck from behind the goal line. There's a couple of Blackhawks players. Long pass back onto centre ice. It's Santana. Nice deke. Did he get tripped up? No, he kept his feet. And the Blackhawks can get a move on quickly. Breakthrough pass out to Kazala. Nice dekes. He shoots. Just over the crossbar. Grover on the rebound. And Pelliccioni going down low. Nice saves. McLean behind the goal line. And he breaks out. Good control by McLean, but the defence of the Blackhawks stopping him right in his tracks. Oh, Williams and McLean colliding there. They went down quickly. And that allowed the Blackhawks to get a few players loose. The penalty, meanwhile, has been killed off. Ricochet off Doyle. Grimacing in a bit of pain there. Saucer pass. The cherry picker was to be Langell, but well played by Sack to keep with him. The Blackhawks moving it steadily now. Out on the wings. Woodman out to Sack. Sack from the corner. Does he go cross eyes? Goes for the shot himself. Williams out the back. And I think it went over the line. The Blackhawks wanting a goal. It looked to me it had gone over the line. Oh, doesn't it count? I don't think it counted. We'll go to the CD Dodd replay. Again, deep on the inside of the slot. It was tipped in by Williams. There he barged his way in by the crease. And from first glance, it looked to have gone over the line, but the referees say no, it didn't. I have to say, the Blackhawks a bit stiff on that one. It was a good effort by them to get that one deep, but referee, they made the decisions, and they'll stick with it. It looked to have gone over the line by first glance, but the game goes on. Campbell and Davidson. Scoreline still 4-1. 4-2, rather. Campbell looking for a last option. Doyle into the boards there. Davidson. And now it's pushed to the outer point. By the neutral zone, it's a real arm wrestle. Langell and Woodman. And Woodman losing the glove there. Just gripping his chin for a bit there. He was hit pretty hard there by Langell, and that'll result in Langell being sent to the penalty box. Woodman clutching his chin there. Doesn't look good. And it's going to be a penalty for Langell. And another power play in effect. So a 5-on-4 situation for the Blackhawks for only the second time in the game. It was a high stick call by the referees. A high stick against Langell, and that was on Woodman. And it got him square and flush on the chin. And I don't think Woodman will get back on the ice for the rest of this game because there was a lot of pain that he was in. Out of the dot, the Sharks emerge with it. Santana pushes forward, but only as far as Tomek Sack. There's going to be an icing call. Refs saying no. Playing it along the boards now. Good control. Grover goes towards the goal line. Williams. Santana out for the pickings there was Ruck, but that pass had a little too much. And now Grover plays it out wide for the Blackhawks. Good barging in by Grover, but it looked like it was an illegal one, according to the referees. It's going to go back to the neutral zone. The dying minutes of this game. 4-2, the Sharks lead. And it looks like it may be a big win for them. And how they've used the puck. They played it brilliantly. And there it is. The Sharks have only their second win of the season. And they push themselves back into finals contention. It was a much-needed win for this young side. And they go to 2 wins from 11 matches. And they put themselves only just in finals contention. It was a 4-2 win over the Blackhawks, who, dare I say it, will be a very disappointed lot. Goal scored by Langell, who had another double next to his name. Williams and Lodge with the others. And for the Blackhawks, Grover and Kazala, the only goal scorers for their side. And that leaves the Blackhawks in a little bit of danger. With still 8 rounds remaining for both these sides. The Blackhawks will remain in 4th. The Sharks will remain in 5th. And now they've got 5 points from 11 matches. The Vikings, no doubt they'll be relieved as they have kept 3rd place for the time being. They've got the bye. But what a great win too by the Sharks. They were magnificent all night. They broke away to a 3-1 lead at the second period. Langell, Williams, and even Luke Doyle in defence were magnificent. They went for the dump and chase quite frequently. They used the breakout to their advantage as well. They just used the puck better compared to the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks looked a little flat in attack this evening. Jason McMahon will have a good talk with them and see what they can improve on for their next game in round 15. And on the CD Dodd highlights, it's evidence where the Sharks won the game and where the Blackhawks lost it. Blackhawks had a bit of a late flurry. They got plenty of chances in the final few minutes, including in those power plays, but they didn't go to the back of the net. But the Blackhawks, they'll reflect on this game and think what went wrong and look forward to their next round where they need a win to keep their hopes of a top 3 finish alive. The Sharks, well, they are still alive in the finals race with 8 rounds to go. This will be a big, big win for them. So the Sharks victorious 4-2, just like the scoreline in their first win over the Flyers Orange just a few weeks ago, and a well-deserved win too. Don't forget, coming up in about 15 minutes' time, we've got the clash of the top 2, the Flyers Blue and the Flyers Orange, doing battle here at the Perth Ice Arena. On behalf of Bailey, Ryan, Nat, and all the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick saying, see you in 15 minutes for Game 2 of Round 14 of the 2021 CD Dodd Perth Premier League.